So I just think a big part about healing from any ism is willingness. There are so many people who just constantly hit rock bottom in any aspect, and people limit too much the idea of addiction to a substance. It's not always a substance that's the issue. Sometimes people just take these substances to mask the real problem, which even when they get sober, they're like, I'm still behaving the same way. Some people call it dry drunk or just dry. I really disagree with that. I don't think anyone's really dry. I think we're missing the actual issue, the ism, so to speak, right? Like, my biggest ism came from my childhood, which is definitely validation, 1000%. I was left alone most of my childhood, and if it wasn't me alone, I was bullied. It was like just somebody loved me. Somebody just take a hand and grab mine. Like, let me know that life could be better than this. And I spent so much time alone as a kid that when I got older, it was like, as soon as I could go to a bar, oh, I'm around people. Oh, I can have this, I can have that. And I just went in, It wasn't like a choice, it was an addiction. It was an addiction to have praise, to have a value, to have a purpose. And now I'm 35 and it's like, how do I help other people with this, right? Like, I could do what everyone else is doing and go to a meeting and make a coffee, or I want to make a difference, Like, I'm not healed because I still have things happen in my brain. The only difference between me, like, now and then is, like, there's no action. It's just chilling. I'm like, oh, I see you dancing, you little monkey. I see what you're doing. Not today. We're not dancing today. I'll watch you dance, but I'm not going to dance with you because I know the outcome, right? And that goes back to willingness. Eventually, you have to be tired of what you're doing to yourself. I don't care if it's junk food. I don't care if it's buying Pokemon cards. I don't care if it's you can't stop playing World of Warcraft. I don't care if it's you can't stop saying hi to every person of the opposite sex trying to get something from them. I don't care if it's, let's say anything could be an addiction, right? Like, if you have willingness, you can persevere. You learn to stand up. My biggest strength is failing. 1000%. I have fallen down and got back up I don't know how many times. And I don't know what, like, full success looks like. I know I get to be successful. I don't know what it looks like. And to me, that's okay for today. I have the willingness to stand up and fight for my mind, my body, and my soul every day. And some days are easier than others. I'm not saying there's going to be every day gets to be easy, right? Like, a lot of people, I think when they go into these meetings or programs, they hear these promises, and when they hear, like, wow, like, maybe I'll make some more money, it's not about that. It's about waking up every day, and because you're willing to grow spiritually, you're going to be able to start fitting into a mold that suits you, and you get to wake up serene and calm and not stressed out about things, like not reacting from your emotional state, all because you started with one little thing, willingness. That's a big part of what any first step in any of these programs are. It's I have the willingness to connect to something higher than myself because whatever I'm doing isn't working. And I can tell you right now, most things I do don't work. Or I might, be in a different spot in life. And I'm okay with that. I just take it a day at a time. Like, it's just, like, how else can I love myself besides taking things slow and observing and being patient? Before it's like, oh, I feel something, I need to run to something that, blah, blah, blah. Not like that anymore. I mean, my probably worst ism right now is definitely caffeine. If you can't tell watching me, but I'll tell you, I have a willingness to slow it down for sure. But working 80 hours a week, man, I'm drinking coffee. It's just it's a trade-off, right? It's some sort of balance in some addiction way, right? But anyway, just keep that in mind. Like, if you're struggling, and you really can't find your way out, I mean, I would just start with willingness. Like, tell yourself maybe, like, I'm not trying to preach or be a guru, but, like, that's how I think. It's like, okay, I'm in this situation. God, can you, like, show me how to get out of it? Can you take this away so I can see, like, a better outcome? Like, before my mom passed, she'd always say, let go, let God. And when I was younger, like, it didn't click. I was like, let go, let God. Like, what's going to happen? Like, if I don't control my mind. Wait a second. If I don't control my mind, things still just happen? Wait a second. If I just observe my mind, got it. That took 35 years, right? Like, let's have the willingness to love ourselves today, and the willingness to change, and the willingness to like be at one with the highest version of ourselves. I hope this message lands to you, and I'm just going to end it with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May thy will be done and not mine, which I think is the most important part. Have a great day, and have the willingness to succeed tomorrow.